Hi, I am Robert Abela, Technical Manager at Acunetix. We develop a web vulnerability scanner which helps you secure your website, web applications, or web services. In this presentation, I'd like to give you a brief overview about web application security. We will see what is the difference between network security and web security, why firewalls and network security scanners are not a website security solution, why web application firewalls are not a complete web application security solution, how to secure your website or web applications, what are automated web vulnerability scanners, and advantages of automated web vulnerability scanners. So let's start by having a look at the difference between network security and web security. In network security, you can build perimeter defenses to block unwanted traffic off your network and allow legitimate traffic in. This can be achieved by using tools such as network firewalls. With web application security, things are a little bit different. You have to allow all traffic on port 80 and port 443 in and hope that everyone plays by the rules. Unfortunately, in today's world, this is not the case. Therefore, as we've just seen, firewalls will not protect your web applications since they do not analyze the requests and responses being sent to and from your web applications. So what about network security scanners? Opposite to what some people think, network security scanners are not a web application security solution. They are a good choice to help you in securing network services such as DNS and FTP servers, and to make sure operating systems are all patched up and up to date. But again, they do not launch any security checks to detect web vulnerabilities in web applications. So, what's the solution for securing web applications? A web application firewall? That's a good start, but it's not enough. Unlike normal network firewalls, web application firewalls do analyze web traffic. Depending on the rules configured, it will allow or block requests sent to your website. Though one cannot solely rely on a web application firewall, because a web application firewall will only delay the attack but will not fix the security holes in your web application. If the budget permits, ideally you should implement it since it will add an extra layer of protection. But again, it's not enough. Like any other software, web application firewalls are not immune to attacks. As we've seen last year, in an OWASP Europe presentation by Sandro Gauci and Wendell Enrique, one can bypass web application firewalls by running a number of automated scripts. One should also keep in mind that web applications are constantly changing to suit the business needs and deliver more flexibility to business employees and customers. Because of such changes, web application firewalls need constant configuration changes to adapt to the web application, thus resulting in extra administration overhead. Therefore, which is the most feasible solution a business can use to secure websites and web applications? First and most important of all, developers need training to write secure code and also need to be able to test their applications for security issues. Investing in such training is much cheaper for your business than suffering an attack and losing reputation. Developing an application with security in mind and thoroughly testing it will save your business a lot of time and money. Once online, web applications still need to be constantly checked for security issues, since new vulnerability classes are frequently discovered. It is also a well-known fact that changes and improvements are applied to existing web applications. Therefore, security checks on such web applications should be constant. Unfortunately, securing a web application manually can be a daunting and lengthy process. Imagine if you had to test a web application with over 500 different inputs and parameters. The amount of man-hours needed to test that every input and parameter is not vulnerable can be endless. Apart from that, when manually testing huge web applications, the probability is that one will miss a parameter or two, and maybe even more. That is why we developed Acunetix Web Vulnerability Scanner. Acunetix WVS is an automated web vulnerability scanner. The scope of such application is to automatically scan your website and detect web vulnerabilities. First, it will launch a number of security checks against the web server software. It will check if there are any known software vulnerabilities and will also check that the web server's configuration is secure. After, it will automatically crawl the web application and keep record of all inputs and parameters present on the website. While crawling, it will also gather extensive details about each and every crawled file. Once the web application is crawled, Acunetix will check for generic security issues, which could help a malicious user take over the web application, such as application errors that disclose sensitive information, source code disclosure, and other similar checks. It will also check every input and parameter for web vulnerabilities, such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and many others. Since logical vulnerabilities cannot be discovered in an automated way, we believe that an automated scan should always be accompanied by a number of manual security checks. Since manual security checks require expertise and a lot of time to complete, Acunetix Web Vulnerability Scanner is also shipped with a number of advanced penetration testing tools to ease this process, thus again saving you more time. Some of the tools are an HTTP sniffer, which one could use to analyze the traffic sent between a web client and a web application. The HTTP sniffer also allows you to modify requests or responses on the fly, or even drop them. It can also be used to manually crawl a website. An HTTP fuzzer, which one could use to craft a fuzzing attack against a web application. This will allow the tester to send hundreds or even thousands of requests at a click of a button. One just needs to predefine the number of requests to be sent and specify which part of the request should be randomized. An HTTP editor, which allows you to edit HTTP request headers and data. It also gives you the option to analyze in detail the response received from the web application. Other tools included in Acunetix Web Vulnerability Scanner are a subdomain scanner, standalone crawler, authentication tester, and target finder. These tools ease the time-consuming process of manual security auditing, thus leaving you with more time on your hands. As we've seen in this presentation, there are a number of advantages when using Acunetix Web Vulnerability Scanner. To recap, it will automatically find vulnerabilities in your web applications, automate most of the repetitive tasks, and ease the manual penetration testing process. One can also generate a number of reports, such as developer and regulatory compliance reports. Thank you for your attention. For more information and to download Acunetix Web Vulnerability Scanner, visit our website at www.acunetix.com.